Hi there. Happy Monday. I hope you had a terrific holiday weekend if you are here in the US. I certainly did. I took Wednesday off as well for the most part. So, this week's challenge is to potentially reduce your caffeine intake or at least be more mindful of it. And so, I wanted to share a little something that I've been learning about and measuring also is my sleep quality. And so, like I said in my post today, I have a cup of coffee in the morning when I get up, and then often in the afternoon after I eat lunch. And so I have been for the last couple weeks. I have been tracking my sleep and activity and some other things and my resting heart rate while I sleep with this ring. It's called an Aura ring, Oura. So it's interesting. Who knows? I think that some of the data may be a little bit less accurate than other data, but it's interesting and it's food for thought, as it were. But one of the things I've been thinking about, so I generally, especially with daylight savings, I usually turn my light off sometime between 9 and 10. Lately, it's much closer to 9, and sometimes, I'll be honest, I've only made it to 8:30 since daylight savings. And I usually get up without an alarm clock sometime around 5. Sometimes that's a little bit earlier, sometimes a little later. But what I've been noticing is that there are some things that this sleep is scored on. One is called latency, and I wasn't sure what that was. My score usually is not that great. And what's interesting is it's actually how quickly you fall asleep. And I usually fall asleep within 2 to 3 minutes of closing my eyes at the most. And I think part of that is because I read before I go to sleep. And so I turn off the light when I am too sleepy to read any longer. But what they're saying that can be a sign of needing more sleep. And so I do usually get between 7 and 8 hours of sleep, and it's on the earlier end, which is good. But the other thing the last few days was that it measures your REM sleep, so REM, your rapid eye movement, and I'm just going to go ahead and read this. So it REM sleep plays an important role in energizing your mind and your body, and it's important, and it's associated with dreaming, memory consolidation, learning, and creativity. And so the last couple nights, I have had only about around an hour of REM sleep according to the tracking. And on average, I should be getting 20 to 25%, which is an hour and a half to 2 hours. And so caffeine, alcohol, and other stimulants in the evening can reduce your chances of getting more REM sleep, which affects actually how much rest you feel from sleeping. So that's why I chose caffeine for this week's challenge. And as I said in my post earlier today, my goal and what I'm saying I'm going to do is, if I have a cup of coffee in the afternoon, it is usually early afternoon. Last couple days, it was a little bit later in the afternoon. I'm going to do the decaf instead, or maybe I'll have some tea. But probably I like the coffee in the afternoon, so I'll do decaf and see how that affects my sleep quality. So, and I definitely, that's one of the reasons I rarely drink alcohol, because it affects my sleep so much. Not being a giddy giddy, but I just, it's not worth it to me. So let's see if this little experiment of mine affects how I feel during the day, and affects how, how this um, ring, um, how it measures my REM sleep. So let me know if there, how alcohol, or how actually caffeine affects your sleep, like what you notice during the day, because definitely it's affected me more as I've gotten older, and I'm a little bit less tolerant. So have a great rest of your day, and a great rest of your week. All right, take care. Bye for now.